My wife said, "We can fix this." I replied, "The judge will decide today." Then I moved my paycheck, froze the joint card, printed phone logs, hired a lawyer, filed for temporary orders, and saved every post, and I just smiled because a store camera was about to end her lie. Original post: I am 32, male. My wife Jenna is 32. We have been together since senior year, married for 6 years. No kids. We share a 2-bedroom condo in a suburb outside Milwaukee and a quiet black lab that sleeps like a rug. I work in logistics IT. I manage warehouse systems and vendor data, predictable hours, decent pay. Jenna works as a dental office coordinator, busy front desk, lots of calls. She liked the rush. The trouble did not jump, it crept, late nights at the office. Weekend inventory for a dental practice that closes at noon on Saturdays. Her phone started living face down. She took calls in the bathroom with the fan on. I asked if something was wrong. "Just stressed," she said. "We switched software, transitional chaos." I wanted to believe that. I did for a while. The first solid pull came from a photo. She texted me at 7 and said she would be late. A friend posted a story at 7:15 from a new bar downtown. In the mirror behind the bartender, I saw Jenna's jacket. The color was rare. A red leather that she had saved for months to buy. A hand rested at her back. The face was out of frame. The sleeve showed a watch I had seen before. Thick black band, a model you notice. I did not say anything. I saved the story before it expired. I set my phone down and listened to the dog snore. 2 days later, she said she would be at a vendor dinner. At 9, my phone buzzed with a credit card alert. A hotel bar across town. It was not near any dental office. My body went quiet. My head cleared. I opened the shared phone plan. I looked at the logs. A number marked as Jake appeared again and again. I knew that name, her high school boyfriend, the one who left for construction and came back to town last year. She said they were friends now. She said he was helping fix a fence at her parents' place. I printed the last 3 months of logs. I moved my direct deposit to a new account and left the shared checking alone. I scanned our lease and the deed. I made copies. I saved everything on a drive that did not sync to the cloud. My first action was simple and boring. I booked a consultation with a family lawyer for the next afternoon. I did not confront, I did not yell, I made a folder. Update 1: the lawyer's office was on the 2nd floor above a dry cleaner. Certificates in frames, no plants. He listened while I explained the calls, the bar, the hotel charge, the old boyfriend. He asked short questions. He wrote longer notes. "Do not leave the condo," he said. "Keep routines, do not get baited, document. If you separate, we ask for temporary orders. Be the calm one." I drove home with that sentence in my head. That night, Jenna came in at 10. She smelled like citrus and a bar towel. I sat at the table with the folder. The dog raised his head and put it back down. "How was inventory?" I asked. "Nightmare," she said. "Codes everywhere, a mess." "Which hotel bar helped solve it?" I asked. She stopped moving, then she started moving fast. "Are you checking my spending?" she asked. "That is controlling." I placed the printed phone logs on the table. I slid the saved story photo next to them, the red jacket in the mirror, the watch on the arm. I put my finger on the time stamps. "This is not control," I said. "This is math." Her face tightened. "Wow," she said, "so you are a stalker now." I looked at our shared plan. I said, "I got an alert on a card with both our names. You said vendor dinner. It was a hotel bar. Do you want to try a different sentence?" She laughed once, no humor. Then she tried a new story. "Jake ran into me," she said. "It was random. He walked me to my car. We are old friends, you know that." "Your call logs say you run into him 3 nights a week," I said. "Your bar tab says you sat, not walked." She stared at the papers. She took a breath. "Fine," she said. "We had a drink. I was lonely. You are buried in spreadsheets. You make me feel like a roommate." "You had a drink," I said, "and then a hotel?" "There was no hotel," she said. "I will pull camera stills from the parking garage if I have to," I said. "My lawyer told me what to ask for." Her shoulders dropped. "I made a mistake," she said softly. "We can fix this. It was a mess. It is over." "How many times?" I asked. She paused. "Once," she said. I pointed at the logs. 3 months, I said. She looked like she might fall through the chair. I kept my voice even. "I am not going to scream," I said. "I will not throw your things. I will give you 2 choices. We go to counseling and you tell me everything, or I file for divorce and let the court hear the facts." She pressed her lips together. "We can fix this," she said again. "Jake means nothing." "You kept him long enough to mean something," I said. "I will sleep in the spare room. I will text you lawyer information tomorrow. Pick which door you want. I will walk through mine." Update 2, she chose a third door, the one where she tried to control the story. She called friends. She called her mother. She said I had trust issues and that I was punishing her for having a life. She posted a vague status about men who are threatened by independent women. She did not use my name, but people knew our circle is small. I did not post. I saved everything. I emailed her a simple plan. Split the shared checking, freeze the joint card, rent due from both of us until the lease ended. If one of us moved out early, that person would cover their share with a sublet. Clean and cold, she replied with a wall of text, half anger, half bargaining. Buried in the middle, a line changed the temperature in the room. "I might be pregnant," she wrote. "We need to slow down." We had not been intimate for weeks before the bar story. The timing did not work. I stared at the sentence. I read it 3 times. "I am available for any court-ordered test at the proper time," I wrote back. "Until then, I will make no statements. Do not contact me directly again about this. Send all communication through counsel." She doubled down. She sent me a photo of a test with a faint line. The brand logo was cropped. The background was not our bathroom. I forwarded it to my lawyer. He replied 2 minutes later. "Do not respond," he wrote. "We will request verification through counsel and medical records. No private testing. If she is pregnant, we will request a DNA test after birth. If she is not, this will matter." Jake's footprint showed up next. His girlfriend, Amber, found me on Instagram through a mutual. She sent a single message. "I thought he was clean," she wrote. "Now I know. Thank you for saying nothing online. I will not either, but I am done with him." She sent a photo of his watch on her counter and wrote, "He never took it off when he went out. Now he will not need it." The next week, Jenna came home late and started a fight. She accused me of financial abuse because I froze the card. She filmed my calm face while she yelled and posted a clip in a story. I saved it and took a walk with the dog. The legal side moved slower and sharper. My lawyer filed for divorce with a request for a temporary order on finances and use of the condo. He asked for all medical records related to her claim. He asked for texts and call logs with Jake. He asked for her to stop posting about me and to keep anything pregnancy-related documented. The court granted temporary orders on money and the condo. We split the bills. We moved to a bird nest schedule for a month while she found a short-term rental. 1 week she slept in the spare room and used the office on her days. 1 week I did. Then she signed a lease on a 1-bedroom. Calm beats. Her lawyer sent a letter saying she could not provide medical proof yet. She said she had an irregular cycle. She said stress delayed everything. The court noted it. The judge set a status date for 2 months out. In the meantime, Jenna pushed harder in public. She posted about being sick and hinted that I was leaving a pregnant wife. Sympathetic comments piled up from people who did not know our timeline. The ones who did stayed quiet again. I did not move the goalposts. I went to work. I cooked, I ran, I slept on my side of the schedule. On my off nights, I organized the folder, phone logs, credit alerts, screenshots, copies of her posts, a list of dates. Then the line snapped. Amber posted a short clip one morning. A convenience store camera. Jenna buying 2 pregnancy tests, then putting one back and taking a new box from a shelf. The caption said, "Tired of being used as a prop." She took it down in an hour. I had saved it in 1 minute. My lawyer added it to the folder. 2 weeks later, Jenna emailed through counsel that she had miscarried. She provided no records. She referenced stress. She asked me to show compassion. She asked to meet privately to grieve. I wrote 1 sentence through counsel. "I am sorry for any real loss, but I will only discuss this in court." Update 3, a month later, Jenna asked to talk in person. I agreed to 1 meeting in a public place. No cameras, no friends, no family. No Jake, no phones on the table. We met at a coffee shop near a park. The dog waited in my car with the windows cracked and a chew. She sat down across from me. She looked thinner. She had the tired look you get when you live on coffee and adrenaline. Thank you for meeting, she said. Say what you need, I said. She twisted the lid of her cup. I messed up, she said. I should not have gone to the bar. I should not have seen Jake. It was stupid. I panicked when I saw how calm you were. I said things to make you stay. I am sorry. Did you lie about being pregnant? I asked. Her eyes flicked down and up. I thought I was, she said. Then I was not. It all happened fast. Did you lie? I asked again. Silence. She swallowed. Yes, she said. I thought if you slowed down we could fix it. That is not how you fix anything, I said. She leaned forward. Can we try counseling? She asked. We were good once. We can be again. I will cut Jake off. I will post an apology. I will do whatever you want. I shook my head. I want a clean end, I said. I want peace. We will handle this through lawyers. We do not have children. There is nothing to bind us. We can be done. She blinked hard. You will regret this, she said softly. You will be alone. People will know you left a woman when she needed you. I will be fine, I said, and people who matter already know the dates. She set the cup down and stood. I hope you find what you think you want, she said. I already found what I need, I said, a door that closes behind me. I walked to the car. The dog thumped his tail once like a slow metronome. The day looked like any day. That helped. Final update, it has been a year since that coffee. The divorce finalized in late spring. No kids. No alimony. We sold the condo to split the small equity and went to separate apartments. The judge noted my documentation and her posts. He did not scold her. He did not praise me. He signed pages. The clerk stamped. Jenna lasted with Jake for a few more months. Then Amber posted a photo with a caption about return policies. Jake commented a shrug. After that, I stopped checking. Friends took sides early and then drifted back to normal. The ones who had believed the status about me leaving a pregnant wife either apologized quietly or said nothing and asked if I wanted a beer. I took the apology and skipped the explanations. I kept my circle small. My family learned to ask better questions. My brother, who likes to fix things, stopped texting advice and started texting invitations to hike. My mom stopped saying work it out and started saying I want you calm. That helped more than I thought it would. I changed my number. I changed the address on every account. I closed the shared card. The last automatic bill that tried to hit it bounced and sent an email. I smiled and changed that one too. I went back to the gym like I was paying a debt to my knees. I learned that my building has a grill that no one uses on weeknights. I learned the name of the old guy who walks a tiny dog and hates squirrels. I learned I do not wake up to check if a phone is face down. 3 months ago, I met someone at a weekend class. Her name is Claire. She teaches 8th grade math. She talks about ratios like they are spells that make the world behave. She knows the whole story. I told her on our 3rd date in a parking lot while we waited for tacos. She listened and said one line. You cannot fix someone who lies to keep a story alive, she said. You can only stop being part of it. We are not serious yet. We are gentle, that is right for now. I saw Jenna once in the grocery store. She was in the bakery aisle with a cart parked sideways. She looked at me like she was trying to place me at a reunion. I nodded. She nodded back. We moved on. That was the whole thing. A nephew asked me at a family cookout why Aunt Jenna does not come over. Did you make her mad? He asked. We made each other sad, I said. Then we decided not to do that anymore. He chewed and considered that like a math problem. He nodded once and asked if he could have more lemonade. I said yes and poured. I keep one reminder from the old life. It is not the photo of the bar. I deleted that a month after the decree. It is not the screenshot of her post. I deleted that too. The thing I keep is the first printout of the phone logs. The one with the black watch dates and the late night calls. I do not look at it. It sits at the bottom of a file box like an anchor I no longer need, but that held when the boat tipped. People ask about revenge. I do not have a movie answer. Mine looked like documentation. It looked like freezing a card, moving a paycheck, and not responding to a chessboard of insults. It looked like letting a judge, not a feed, set the narrative. It looked like ignoring the bait of a fake line on a plastic stick. When I think about the first red jacket photo now, I feel something close to relief. That was the moment the story started telling the truth if I listened. Not with a shout, with a small reflection in a mirror that did not care. I slept poorly for months after the split. Then one night I slept 4 hours, then 5, then 7. The first morning I woke and did not check a phone. I stood in my kitchen and listened to nothing. The dog stretched and sneezed. The fridge hummed. It felt like a room in a house where the windows finally close all the way. If you are where I was, here is the only advice I will give. Trust the quiet data. Trust dates. Trust receipts. Do not trust the person who demands you ignore all of it to hold their story together. You do not have to burn their life down to have peace. You just have to stop living in a house where a match waits under every pillow. Last week I walked past that new bar downtown on my way to meet a friend. The mirror still hangs. The light still hits it at the same angle. People pressed around it, laughing at themselves. I watched for a second, felt nothing, and kept walking.